Hello everyone, I'm Leena Agrawal and in this video I am going to discuss with you the concept of probability. But before you will study the concept of probability, you might come across many words like experiment, random experiment, sample space, events and many more. So before going to the concept of probability, let us first discuss these concepts. So the very first concept is experiment. So what does mean by experiment? Just by hearing this word, something is coming in your mind that what is experiment? Experiment is nothing but whatever we perform in the laboratory, like this? No, it's not like that. In language of statistics, the word experiment is used in somewhat wider sense. It is virtually any operation that results in one or more outcome. It is virtually any operation that results in one or more outcome. Any operation that results in one or more outcome. For example, if you toss a coin, if you toss a coin, then you will get either head or tail. So this is an experiment. It will result in head and tail. It means two outcomes are there. So this is an experiment in the language of statistics. Okay. Next example. Next example is throwing of a die. Suppose if you will throw a die, then you will get either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or you will get 6 like this. Okay, so this is also an experiment which results in 6 outcomes. Now let us take another example. If you have a stone in your hand, if you will release it, just releasing a stone from your hand, so then what will be the outcome? It will fall on a ground. So this experiment will result in only one outcome, that the stone will fall on a ground. Okay, now let us take another example. Appearing for an examination. Suppose if you will appear for an examination, then what are the outcomes? Either you will pass the examination or you will fail the examination. So these are the two outcomes for such type of experiment. Okay. Now the next concept is random experiment. Actually, the word random experiment is related with the word experiment. Random experiment, this word is related with the word experiment. There are two types of experiment. One is deterministic experiment and the another one is non-deterministic experiment. Okay. Now, what is mean by deterministic experiment? What does mean by deterministic experiment? The word itself says that deterministic experiments, it means the experiment whose output can be predicted in advance. It means we know what will be our outcome before performing the experiment. Or you can say that deterministic experiment are the experiment which results in only one outcome, like this. Only one outcome. Such type of experiment results in only one outcome. And non-deterministic experiment, exactly opposite of this, it will result in one or more outcome. Or you can say that an experiment whose output cannot be predicted in advance before performing the experiment. Okay, so non-deterministic experiments are the experiment which have more than one outcomes. And this non-deterministic experiment is also called as random experiment. This non-deterministic experiment is also called as random experiment. Okay. So this is all about random experiment. Now let us take some examples of deterministic and non-deterministic experiments. Example is releasing a stone from hand. Suppose you have a stone in your hand. If you will release it, what will happen? It will fall on a ground. Obviously, if you hold a stone in your hand and if I ask you to just release it, then you will say me, ma'am, that it will fall on a ground. It means all of you know the outcome of this experiment before actually performing that. So such type of experiments are called as deterministic experiment. Now let us take another example. uh, Tossing of a coin. As I told you earlier that just if you will toss a coin, then it will result in two outcome. One is head and one is tail. It means such kind of experiment results in two outcome, head and tail. So it is called as non-deterministic experiment, or you can call it as a random experiment. Okay. Now let us take in another example of throwing of a die. If you will throw a die, as I told you now, that it will result in six outcomes. It means you cannot predict the output in advance before performing the experiment. Before rolling a die, you can't say that I will get 6 or I will get 5, like that. So this is an example of random experiment. Next example is appearing for an examination. Before appearing for an examination, you can't say that my result is 100% pass or 100% fail. You can't say that. But there is some expectation that if you have prepared for the examination very well, then you can confidently say that yeah, I will pass the examination. But here I am not considering that case. Just you are appearing for an examination and I don't know what will be my result. In that case, there may be two outcomes. One is pass and one is fail. Such kind of experiments are also treated as random experiments. Okay. So these are the examples of deterministic and non-deterministic, or you can say that random experiment. Now the next concept is sample space. Okay, so sample space is you can say that sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. Just like in this experiment, this experiment results in only two outcomes. So in this case, your sample space will be this h comma t, set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. This experiment results in six outcomes. So the sample space in this case is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. And in this case your experiment results in two outcomes. So in this case the sample space will be this pass and fail. Okay. So this is the sample space in this case. And in this case, your sample space contain only one outcome, that the stone will fall on a ground in this case. Okay. So these are the sample space. Now the next concept is event. What does mean by event? Events are the subsets of a sample space. Events are what? Subset of sample space. Just like if you toss a coin and if you are interested only in heads, then you can say that an event A is getting heads only. This is an events, or you can say that event is the subset of a sample space. Okay, so these are some basic concepts before which are very necessary for studying the concept of probability. Now let us move towards our next topic, that is probability, which is our main topic. So just if I you might have heard the words like if I toss a coin, then what will be your chances of getting head? Okay, you might have heard the sentences that if I am tossing a coin, then what will be the chances that you will get a head? If I throw a coin, then what will be the chances that you will get a six? If I draw a card from a pack of 52 cards. This is the new example which I am taking, that suppose I have a pack of 52 cards, and if I ask you to draw a card randomly from that pack of card, then what will be the chances that the card will be a club card? So in all these sentences there is some uncertainty or the randomness. There is some uncertainty or randomness, or you can say that you are not sure about the result. So this uncertainty can be calculated with the help of probability. Probability helps us to answer such type of questions. So the probability of an event, this is nothing but an event, because here we are interested in getting head. This is also an event. You have performed an experiment and you are interested in getting only 6. This is also an event, that you have drawn a card from a pack of 52 card and you are interested in only getting club card. So these are the subset of sample space. So the probability of an event is given by the formula total number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome. You will have to write the total number of outcomes in the denominator and total number of favorable outcome in the numerator. Probability is nothing but the chances of getting something. Probability is the measure of uncertainty. Okay. So let us calculate the probability. So we are taking this example. Suppose, just listen to my sentence properly. Consider an experiment of tossing of a coin. What is the experiment? Consider the experiment of tossing of a coin. Then what is the probability of getting exactly one head? You are tossing only one coin and you are asked to find the probability of getting one head. Okay. So the question is this. So let us first calculate the probability. In this example, the probability will be, sorry, in this example, the probability will be here the total number of outcomes. We have to write the total number of outcomes in the denominator. So the total number of outcomes here are 2, head and tail. But favorable it means the outcome in which you are interested. Here we are interested in only head. So only one outcome in which we are interested. So we write 1 here. So this is the probability of getting exactly one head if you toss a single coin. Similarly, in this example also you can calculate the probability of getting 6. You can calculate the probability of getting 6 in this way. In this example, I'm taking this example. The total number of outcomes, if you will throw a die, will be 6. And you are interested in only one outcome, that is 6 number. You are interested in this outcome. So this is the only one. This is the only one. So the probability will be 1 by 6. The concept of probability will get more clear by taking this example. I have a pack of how many cards? 52 cards. So if I ask you to draw a card randomly from a pack of 52 cards, so how many possibilities are there? There are 52 possibilities. So total number of outcomes in this case are 52. But we are interested in what? We are interested in club cards. Now let us recall that in a pack of 52 cards, how many club cards are there? There are 13 club cards. There are 13 club cards, and from that 13 club card you are asked to select only one card. So the number of favorable outcomes are 13 and total number of outcomes are 52. So this is the probability of drawing a club card from a pack of 52 cards. So in this way you can calculate the basic probabilities. So with this, I Leena Agrawal sign off from this video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay awesome, stay productive. Okay, bye bye.